We now want to bring in Central Coast Congressman Jimmy Panetta joining us live from Washington tonight. Congressman, wanted to hop right into it, whether it's the child tax credit, whether it's more business loans for businesses, or whether it's that direct payment, making sure that people get it. This has been a tricky thing for a lot of folks in past bills. Where do you suggest people go to get the money they need?
Oh, well, look, I think, first of all, people need to know what's coming to them and that those who qualify are going to get that $1,400 direct payment. But more importantly, this bill that we passed today, that we worked very hard on, like you said, it was very complicated, but President Biden put it forward and basically said that it needed to get it passed, and now is not the time to let up, and that's what we did in Congress. One of the good things about it is that you're going to see a significant amount of state and local funding come into our local cities and counties. And that's something that they've been asking for ever since that first round in the CARES Act, and something that has been needed. What people have to realize is that for the past year, it's been a year ago this week that we actually left Congress early because of the pandemic. Our way of life has been upended, and you're seeing close to over 500,000 people who have died and millions of jobs lost. That's why we needed not to let up, and that's exactly why we passed this bill today, the American Rescue Act.
I do want to go back to that question, though, because we have heard from businesses locally saying they've been unable to either get that PPP loan, find grants to help them push through, because there have been businesses who did not survive even with those original plans. So where could this one help? And then where should people be going to find the help that they need?
Look, if you're a business and you can't get a PPP loan, you need to call my office and we will help you with that, because we'll obviously help you we'll walk you through that process. And I'm glad to say that in this bill, restaurants are even going to be allocated, something that would have been hurt significantly through this pandemic. Restaurants are going to be allocated close to $24 billion specifically for this, in addition to other businesses who are going to get the PPP loans. So know that basically this money is coming, and it's getting out there, not just to the employees, not just to the families, but also to these small businesses that have been hurt throughout this pandemic.
Congressman, we heard a moment ago Congressman Reed say this was an agenda by the Democrats, didn't include bipartisan support. You are part of that Problem Solvers Caucus who tries to get bipartisan support. Why did no Republicans vote for this effort? Why was there such a split in our two parties on something like this?
Yeah, no, I can't speak for Republicans on this one. I can't speak for the American people, and I can't speak for my constituents on the Central Coast. This was needed. Right now, we are in the race between injections versus infections, and now is no time to let up. This bill will make sure that there's more vaccine development and deployment on the Central Coast, as well as the funding that we talked about, and basically getting shots in arms, checks in pockets, food on the table with nutrition assistance, people back at jobs, and kids back at school safely. So look, the only place it wasn't bipartisan was in the U.S. Congress, but I can tell you every other place in America, every place on the Central Coast, this was a bipartisan issue because of the relief that was needed due to this pandemic.
All right, Congressman Panetta, I appreciate the time today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Aaron.